The Ministry of Environment and Climate Change has not lifted the prohibition notice issued to Energy Fiji Limited 2 weeks ago following investigations into reports of an oil discharge at their Sigatoka Pump Station. Inspections were conducted after reports of oil-based discharge from community members of Vunavutu and Nasama. Speaking to Fiji One News, Permanent Secretary for Environment Dr Sivendra Michael says the prohibition notice remains until EFL puts in place remediation measures to the satisfaction of the department. Mironi reports.
Energy Fiji Limited says it responded quickly to the oil spill from the Sigatoka pumping station, which was caused by heavy rainfall, to ensure it did not affect the nearby communities.
But it happens that in this very heavy rainfall that we had recently, and in one instant it was just too much of downpour, that unfortunately it went over this interceptor, and as a result, and of course we had to, as soon as it happens, we notified the Ministry of Environment and all the regulators and work with the community to try to make sure we, first of all, quickly respond to it and protect the coastline. Yeah?
Over 2 weeks since the incident, the Ministry of Environment calls on EFL to conduct an impact assessment. The prohibition notice will only be lifted once the ministry is satisfied that EFL has successfully contained the oil spill and implemented robust mitigation measures to prevent future incidents.
Whether it's caused by a flooding event, or whether it's caused by heavy rainfall, or whether it's going to be just a bust, the accountability rests with the agency at hand. So EFL must step up, take responsibility, and remediate at the very least the impacts that have been caused from the spill. There is no use shifting the blame or saying that nature had its cause, right? You are to design systems that are able to withstand.
Nambala Rua assures that EFL is on top of this issue to ensure it does not happen again.
So I guess, we are on top of that. And, these things happen, unfortunately, as far as we can try to, protect this type of incidents. The more important thing is what we learn out of it to make sure it doesn't happen again. And that's probably the first time that I can remember that EFL has had such incident. And I'm not saying that I'm giving an excuse, but we just have to make sure that it just doesn't happen again. So all the appropriate measures are in place to ensure that that is not going to be repeated.
EFL was instructed by the ministry to flush out and extract any remains within pockets of soil fractures outside of the EFL boundary. This exercise will ensure that no remaining oil further enters the nearby waterways. Mereoni Mili, Fiji One News.